Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dragon's Creek Gaming. Happy fucking Halloween. We're gonna play some Eat the Reich. We're gonna be vampire. Oh, I'm not gonna be vampire. I have to be a Nazi, which is fucking bullshit. But everyone else gets to be a vampire and they get to murder Nazis, which sounds awesome.
I'm sound clipping that, by the way. I'm using that. You're not. That's forever on the internet.
Yeah, it is. I know. Jesus.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's one of those things. Yeah, lip, it doesn't always work out. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, so this is our part 2 of Eat the Reich. In a little show we're gonna be calling Coffin Droppers. Just a quick recap of what happened last time, because these episodes are going back to back. We're not gonna do too much chatter off the top before we just hop right in. But just at the end, after you murdered that poor innocent Rust Witch, you escaped the catacombs and went right for the expensive-looking garage. There, you stole 3 cars.
Oh, yeah.
And managed to escape, taking out a sniper and an armored infantry truck. In your sports car, your plain old looking jalopy, and some sort of other medium car. I don't have that information right in front of me. I'll get it in a second. But we are in Sector 2, and you guys have some choices about where you would like to go ahead of you. If you're all taking a look at the map there, which I think is what's active, you can see that there is a there's like a series of houses with a speakeasy underneath that you know to be a French resistance hideout. There is the Museum of European Warfare, the Exhibition of Degenerate Art, and the German Technology Pavilion. There's also a metro station if you're so interested, if you're so inclined. Very quickly before we launch into these vampireness, I just want to check in with everyone. Cyd, how you doing?
Doing great.
Nice. I'm just gonna ask you like a real simple question, something just a light and breezy. It'll take no time at all. Is altruism possible? And if so, is it worthwhile?
Yes and yes. Easy question.
There
Next
you go.
Question. Come
No
on, let's
problem.
go. Jesus. Give me something challenging.
Right? No, and then I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Of course, I've been listening to I've only listened to the first 2 episodes, I gotta be honest with you, Cyd, but I have been listening to Rest and Glitch Face, and I'm enjoying it so far. I am excited to see where that story goes. So, just so you know, you're in my car, if not in my heart.
Love to hear it. Don't expect me until like episode 30, so
That's fair.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah,
but we'll get there.
Worries. I'll get there. But yeah, and then we got Scar, also known as the Lesser Jean. I'm just kidding, obviously.
Yeah.
Quite rude. I'm feeling feisty.
Not. Damn. Man, going right for it. Yeah. Hey, that amusement park looks kind of interesting. Can you give us more information about?
Get fucked.
Don't worry, you're just gonna go, and I'm just gonna put every boss there at the same time. Have fun.
It'll be a quicker session, that's for sure.
We will definitely finish this session.
Yeah,
survive fighting one.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing much better. I still have a little bit of my voice hasn't quite come back yet, but it's kind of like in that half sick, like half sexy kind of place. I took advantage of it today by doing a recording for our Lancer game. So that it sounds really. I sound like if I try hard enough, I sound like the '90s guy from doing movie trailers in a world. But yeah, I'm excited to wrap this up and skewer some Nazis.
Absolutely. We'll go over to our guest star over here. One of our guest stars. His name is Max.
Yeah, that is my name.
Sorry, just having fun. But how are you doing? How are you doing today?
Great. Work is just soul crushing as always. So
love it.
Good to be gaming again on a weekday night.
Nice. You know, I get that
Fun
about work.
people.
And honestly, I love that for you. Moving on. Adam, how are you doing? I heard
I
you
cut
had
my thumb on a table saw.
I heard it was a gory affair. Tell us about it.
It wasn't that bad. So here's the deal. If you stick your hand into a table saw, the table saw is going to win. I'm just going to put that out there. But fortunately, there's this amazing advance in technology from, I don't know, several years ago called a saw stop table saw. Buy it if you're going to have a table saw. Yeah, it's expensive. Shut up. It's worth it.
It is.
I stuck my hand straight up in there, and I got a little boo-boo with a bandage on it, and it bled, and there's some ointment involved. And sure, my fingernail got cut a little bit, but it's totally still there. Also, my thumb is still there instead of half of it being gone.
Yeah.
Also, if there's sawdust on the floor in front of your table saw, and you step on it and your foot slides a little bit, take that as a hint to sweep it up before you start cutting stuff. Because you're probably going to slide on that sawdust again and stick your hand into the fucking blade.
Nice. Not nice, obviously, but yeah. No,
Hey, I
I'm
got
glad-
to go home early.
that's a but yeah, no, I'm glad that you still have a thumb, so that you can do your editing. I'm just kidding. When's the worst of us coming out, huh?
Oh,
Hey,
that hurts worse than the table saw did. I'm going to tell you this. Eventually, I got a bunch of deadlines on stuff coming up, so like that's kind of back burner. And by back burner, I mean it's like on the counter next to the stove.
I hear you. But yeah, no worries. And then we got one more player here. Goes by the name of Sean, Mr. Reliable himself.
Hey, glad to be back.
Yeah, of course, man. And how's things going? It's been like a whole 12 hours since I've seen you last.
I know. It's yeah, it's going. Work is definitely work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I and now of course there's me. My name's Aaron, also known as Poultrygeist. Yeah, I had a really weird day at work. I got into a verbal altercation. No fists were thrown. And ever since then I've become like increasingly liberal. I have feelings about all sorts of issues, and for some reason that's all I could fucking think about. I'm just like, yeah, why the fuck are houses so expensive? What's going on? And then I'm fucking sitting there thinking about Israel, and I have feelings about that. Don't know which side I'm on. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know what they are, but I've got them.
And I don't know what my wife is making fun of me because she's like, you are generally pretty liberal, Aaron. You're a little bit left leaning. I don't talk politics very much on the show, and I'm not going to start now, but I become increasingly so when I'm in a bad mood, and I don't know why that is. Usually it's the other way around when it comes to white guys, but here we go.
So you get more liberal the angrier you are, like a progressive Hulk.
Yeah, like a progressive Hulk.
I mean,
I do
look at the
use that.
Nazis. They were super angry. They went way far right.
Yeah. And then yeah, I just very quickly, just because that reminded me, my wife is a very sleepy woman. She loves her naps, and it's just one of those things where sometimes when she's about to take a nap, I'm like, that's my secret cat. I'm always tired, and then I imagine her like falling out of the back of a plane and turning into a monster, but the monster's asleep and it just hits the ground and has a nap.
It's just like an adorable sleeping dog.
Yeah. And
drooling just a little.
all right. But it's time to get down to business. The Nazi killing business. You guys are
Business is booming.
at least one of y'all is racing down the road. I don't know how fast the other cars are driving, if they're trying to keep it cool, keep a low profile, but y'all are on your way to your next place of work, I suppose. Where are you gonna bring your next massacre down on?
I vote for the Museum of European Warfare.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That definitely sounds fun.
All right.
Yes. Sick.
All right, as you guys sprawl down these narrow Paris streets, if you've never been, all of Europe is a lawless wasteland, where pedestrians just rule the roads. It's kind of like the opposite of what it's like here in North America. But there's not a lot of people out because news of of some sort of combat is going on, though obviously the average citizen has not been made aware of exactly what's happening. But you approach this sprawling and poorly maintained museum. As you guys park in front, unless you want to drive the cars right through the door, you're more than welcome to.
Yes.
No worries. So a sports car comes crashing through the front doors of the Museum of European Warfare. And then I'll just quickly describe from the book. This sprawling and poorly maintained museum contains tools of war from 1,000 years ago up to the modern day. Weapons, armor, siege engines, banners, uniforms, and more line the glass cabinets and moth-eaten exhibit spaces. Or at least they did before someone drove a car into them.
Kaboom!
As you guys enter, I just want to see. You see the startled museum guards. As they begin to react to your presence, shakily they draw pistols and attempt to shoot out the tires of your car. Adam, I'm going to have you go first.
Yeah. Wrong weapons to pull on on our cowboy friend here.
Well, these are regular museum guards. These aren't even soldiers.
Are they Nazi museum?
I mean, they live in Germany in that era,
Guards?
so maybe. That's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a maybe on that one.
Who cares? I'm hungry.
Oh. We'll get up.
All right. I'm just putting out some tokens. How many of them? Oh, not even that many. And then I got one more thing to put out, don't I?
Oh, Adam, don't forget, I have your hat.
Oh, that's right. Hang on to that. I think I
Oh,
might
I-
find myself another one.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, as they go to draw down on you, what are you gonna do there? Actually, tell me who you're playing first, Adam.
Hello, my name's Adam. I'll be playing Chuck the Vampire.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah! Chuck the Vampire. He is a vampire from the wrong side of the tracks, USA. Heart of gold, but it's cold. Pumps blood from other people, not his own. That's the thing of the past. And speaking of the past, nothing glorifies the past properly like a cowboy movie. And he's a big fan. And he's here to live those dreams. If I had to pick a theme song for Chuck, it would be the song by the Vandals about being a cowboy.
Oh God.
You know the one.
I want to be a
Be
cowboy.
a cowboy. That's right. That's the one.
Nice. And
He's actually from Detroit. Oh well.
so Chuck, you're driving the car that's leading the charge here. These scared-looking museum guards are leveling pistols at you. What are you going to do about it?
Okay. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna drift the car, and like as it's drifting, he's gonna come up as close as he can to the guys, and the window is gonna be rolled down, and there's gonna be playing some tunes. I don't know what tunes were popular in the 40s. Some of that like kind of crap
Benny
is
Goodman.
pumping out of there.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I might want to put them irons away. Today in your day, I'm hungry. And I could eat you, or I can eat these guns. I know it don't make sense. I'm sorry I said it. Sorry, guys.
All right. Don't worry. Just have one of those days.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's been a long day.
So just a quick reminder of how roles work in this. In real life, I believe these episodes are coming out back to back, so it might seem odd to the players that we maybe forgot the rules, but it's been a couple minutes. You're going to build a dice of, you're going to declare like how you're going to try and overcome this obstacle, and you're going to build a dice pool accordingly based off of the stat, any items you use, and then we're gonna go from there.
Okay.
So, Adam, what are you doing? You're gonna run them over with your car?
Well, that's not the intention. The intention here is to try. Oof. My con is real low. I guess terrify is, well, it's still pretty shitty. But I'm gonna try to terrify him.
Okay.
Unless I can convince you that I'm shooting witty banter at them.
Absolutely not.
That's fine. All right, here we go. Terrify. And I got 2, so I roll 2 dice.
You roll 2 dice unless you're going to use an item or to boost that roll.
My items don't do anything for terrify.
No.
Well, can I? No, it's got to be. It says plus jerry rigging, plus duel. I can't use my tool belt for this. That doesn't make sense.
No, I don't think your items apply for this one necessarily. But
yeah. I can't like menace them with a wrench.
They're also only working with with 2 dice, so you might be able to beat them.
Well, here we go.
You guys
A
tied.
fiver.
You guys tied in success. So just as you're going to talk to them, one of them gets nervous and the gun fires off.
Oh, shot in the vampire.
Yeah. Because you are covered in blood. It makes sense that they may not be 100% ready, convinced to have a conversation with you. But you have 1 success as well, so you could use that to block the damage. You could use that to apply damage. I haven't declared what the objective is, but you could put it towards the objective.
You know what? I don't care what the objective is. It's going towards it, and I'm willing to take whatever they've got to give.
All right.
Some diddly bullet. Pfft, I eat bullets
Yeah.
on accident.
So the bullet rings off of your skull. It just kind of grazes, leaving like a cool little nifty scar right above your
Nice.
eyebrow. Flies off and hits a suit of armor. And that suit of armor kind of shakes like he's surprised, and then starts walking towards the car, holding a large halberd. And as you look
fuck.
around, you see that there's actually probably about 9 of these things.
Holy shit.
You
Sorry, guys.
realize that these are undead suits of armor. As one of them, their visor lifts. He's wearing like a traditional knight's uniform from Turkey. And you actually see that there's a body inside.
Oh, there is. I was really hoping it was going to be empty. Like that's a cool villain to me. Is the empty suit of armor that still lives on? If it's like a ghost wearing armor, I think that's pretty fucking rad. But there's a guy inside. Is he alive? Is he like a skeleton? What is it?
He is clearly dead and bloated, but seems to be more recently deceased than not.
That's even weirder, and I love that. Been dead for 6 hours.
Yeah. You see also coming down the hall from the other direction are several warrior mummies wrapped up in bandages. One of them is wielding like the sarcophagus lid as a weapon as it charges down towards the group of you.
Okay.
Fuck me. This is not what I expected at the Museum of European Warfare, but I'm really happy it's here.
Yes. Museum guards do look terrified, despite maybe not because of your role, but they seem confused as you are about what's going on here. Who's going next? Anyone got a plan?
Because I was in the car with Chuck.
Yes, you were.
So, are there any suits of armor around that don't look like they're being animated and could potentially be empty?
The beautiful thing about this game is that's exactly how it works. Do you want one of them to be empty?
Yeah, so I think my plan would be to access this sweet advance of ooze form that I just picked up from section, and spend a blood and ooze my way out of the car and into a suit of armor as Man-Bat. Flint.
Okay. Let's very quickly make an item. So we're gonna make a we'll call it a 3-use item.
I'm trying to figure out how to add an item to this.
Honestly, pen and paper is your best friend here. Just because of how this particular module on alchemy, it being a one-shot, it's not the most user-friendly because honestly, you don't need it to be necessarily.
Say no more. Got my pen and paper.
We're going to say that it has 3 uses. It's going to give you +2 die, and it's going to have the tag skirmish.
And 3 uses. Okay. Perfect. And so, yeah, Flint's just going to, like, look over at Chuck, kind of bat giggle a little, and ooze out through the cracks in the door, swirl over to this suit of armor, go in through the toes, and just kind of materialize as the mask kind of pops open and his big bat face pops out the front.
Oh man, what color is the ooze?
I think the ooze has got to be like a really nasty, like rusty water color.
Okay.
I love it.
I was thinking it was either going to be like lime green or like hot pink.
No, way less hygienic.
Grosser. Looks like doo-doo water.
Yeah. Like diphtheria, not radiation poisoning.
There you go. So your diphtheria-infused self has possessed this armor. You see that the hordes of the undead, even off in the distance, you see like a statue of Napoleon on the back of an undead horse as it tramples one of these mummies.
Fuck yeah!
What are you doing? And let's build your dice pool here, man.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. Sorry, I guess I thought that was my turn. But if I'm gonna roll something,
oh, absolutely,
do something after the armor, then I think I would. Can I? I think I'd like to search. I mean, Flint's pretty old. He's been in and around a bunch of wars. I kind of want to use my search to see if I can find like something that I could use as a weapon against multiple enemies here.
Well, you are in the Museum of European Warfare. You're going to find something. So go ahead and roll that search. We can decide where you're going to apply it. I've already rolled for them. The Iron Guard is what they're called. Are these undead suits of armor. One of them lashes out at you and attempts to threaten you. You roll 2 successes. So you have 1 damage coming your way. You can use one of those. Or actually, you have a critical and 1 success.
Yep. Yep.
I'll tell you right now, you are not able to draw blood from the Iron Guard.
Okay. Cool.
But
not cool, but understandable.
Yeah. There's no blood coursing in those veins. But you have up to 3 successes coming that you can put out anywhere you want. The objective is going to be to escape the undead hordes and smash through the museum.
Smash it.
Okay.
But yeah, you have 1 damage coming your way, by the way.
I'll use the success to defend, and then I'll use the critical to. Why don't? Yeah. I think I'll use the critical towards the objective.
Okay. So we're just under halfway from defeating this objective. But as you go, Chuck, you actually found that your point that you put towards the objective did not increase the track. You were overwhelmed by the amount. Mechanically, this is a challenge 1 applied to the objective, so you will lose 1 on any points you put in towards it. But we got some more vampires that need that are ready to act.
I think I've got something I can do.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is the Museum of European Warfare. I guarantee there's a cannon in here somewhere. I'm gonna find the cannon. I'm gonna point it at something crazy. Like I'm gonna line up a juicy target, and then I'm gonna use it. And it's gonna be sick as fuck.
Okay. Describe the target that you're gonna hit.
Let's see. So we're trying to go through this undead horde. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm shooting Napoleon.
Okay. That's
Napoleon
perfect. So this is actually in the book. It is called the still functional, improbably loaded cannon.
Fuck yes. Perfect.
It is +3 die, +1 additional die if the target is immobile, like the statue of Napoleon. So go ahead and roll, I'm assuming, shoot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
This is sick. Alright.
Oh, nice.
I don't like that. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay.
So you've got 1, 2,
I've got
3 successes and 3 criticals.
Yes.
Criticals can be turned into either activate an ability or as 2 successes.
Okay, so great news, guys. I have this ability called Sapper. I'm going to use one of the specials to activate it, which will reduce the objective or threats challenge by 1. Great. And it's when I'm using explosives, which I think I pretty definitively I'm doing that. You said we can't get blood from this, right?
Not from the Iron Guard, but you can from the museum guards.
Okay, sure. I will go ahead and put the 3 normal successes towards the challenge objective.
Okay. Would you remove the challenge from that? So that's going to be 3 right there.
And then,
which brings you to 5 out of 6, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, can I split up one of the criticals then?
Yeah, absolutely. It would be 2.
Okay.
It would count as 2 successes. Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm going to put 1 towards the objective, and then 3 total towards blood.
Okay. You are going to receive 3 damage coming in, as the Iron Guard lash out and scratch at you as you run through your point of terror.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d6 for me, to see where those injuries land.
Right. 4. Oh no, I'm bleeding out.
Yeah. So because you're gonna take 2 to there and then 1 to the one on the right of that one. If that's
okay, got it.
Yeah. Because you have 3 coming in. You're not down. Sorry, you are down because you took 3 damage in 1 hit.
Yep.
Yikes.
So mechanically, someone is going to need to assist them before you guys can properly escape. Though I think you cleared the objective, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll actually forgo
yeah.
because you did that. So you fire off this cannon. It knocks the statue of Napoleon as it just explodes everywhere, and you blow a hole straight through the wall. The horse that was carrying Napoleon, it rises up and its entrails pour out, and then it just storms off into the streets of Paris. Several mummies limp out slowly, as you guys are able to just drive your cars through this gaping hole that Nicole was so fortunate to make for you.
Yeah, it looks like I also, in addition to bleeding out, I also lost an arm, so probably I just blew that up.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
And if anyone wants to grab any weapons or anything on the way out, I would take a search roll. Right. Not versus anything. It's just if you get a success, you'll find something. If you get more than 1 success, you'll find something better.
Yeah, up to.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Can I propose a fix roll to attach some sort of cannon type thing to one of the cars.
You absolutely can. Okay, so Astra didn't find
Fuck yeah.
Cosgrave. What are you kind of looking for there, Cosgrave?
I'm just trying to scoop up a whole bunch of forlorn souls that are living in this museum.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that you can add one additional charge to your soul jar if you want.
Sweet. I was empty, so that's good.
And you find one of the mummies is trying to get into your car. But like politely opening the door and just trying to climb in.
Yeah, I'll do the thing because it's locked, so I'll try to unlock it, but they open it at the same time, so it doesn't unlock.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to like politely do it. I'm just wait. And then I just reach over and I open the door for him. Yeah.
So you get a turncoat warrior mummy.
Sweet.
You can add that to your equipment.
Yes.
Turncoat warrior mummy.
And then Flint. You find a crossbow.
Ooh.
A painstakingly maintained masterwork great bow. Sorry, not a crossbow, a great bow. Unless you'd rather it be a crossbow.
Yeah, probably crossbow.
Okay. So you find this really well maintained crossbow. It has 3 uses. +2 die with the tag Silent Killer.
Sounds cool.
Absolutely. And then as you guys are driving, Chuck, because it would be cooler if you did it while you're on the road. Go ahead and give me a fix. We'll say that you find you find a pair of smaller cannons that you could mount to this sports car.
They're like the what are they called on a boat? They're the
deck gun?
Deck guns. They're like chase guns or something like that. Is what they're called. I don't know, but yeah.
All right. But you got to roll the fix. Oh, you rolled the fix. You got 3 successes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you got them.
Yes, sir.
So it's gonna be 3 uses. +2 die with the tag. I'm gonna give it the tag grape shot.
Okay, you said it was 2 uses or 3? You said 3?
3 uses. Yeah. Yeah.
And you said it's called grape shot?
Yeah. You know those cannons that got the rope tied together?
That's chain shot.
Listen. Grape.
All right. Grape shot is where there's a bunch of little balls.
Yeah.
Or just whatever you could find, stuff it into the cannon.
No worries.
Yeah.
But as you guys are driving down the road, off in the distance you see several landmarks that you could approach. Each of them would get you closer to the Eiffel Tower, which of course is your main objective today.
Are we still in Sector 2 or are we moving into Sector 1?
You're still in Sector 2. It looks like you might have one more place you need to go before you could get through.
So what about the Nazi pleasure gardens?
That's in Sector 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
What about the German Technology Pavilion?
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Lightning guns and all that? Heck yeah.
It sounds like it's going to have some weird stuff in there. Maybe some Hellboy tech.
Absolutely. You recall while you were in your coffins, as much as you probably didn't want to listen, you were again forced into these coffins and you were just forced to listen to the sergeant go on and on. He says that there's experimental fuel sources and these newfangled weapons that the Germans plan to use. Go in there and destroy them. We don't need any of that. While we clean up this war. You would know that the objective is to storm the pavilion and get out the other side. With a pair of secondary objectives: power up the weapons platform, and the other one is to jam a prototype fuel source into the tank and get it up and running. Because you had seen some schematics of a badass German tank. powered by some sort of mystery fuel. But yes, you all get there. The outside of this door, you see several guards. Actually, no, you don't.
Nice.
Apologies. You get there. Now, you're not going to be able to drive your cars inside of this building.
There's a will, there's a way. All right.
Okay, if you will it, there's a way. And to be honest, that's fair. But as you approach this building, there's just like, the German flags hanging down off the sides of these buildings, kind of billow in the wind. As out of almost nowhere, it begins to rain, and lightning strikes at the building. There's like a lightning rod on the top of it. There's like a subtle thrum coming from within, low hums and hisses. You either step or, I suppose, drive inside.
Drive. I got the stunt car. So what I want to do is so here's what I would like to have happen is as you're watching this happen, every time something's about to start, Chuck is like, y'all better buckle up. And then the seatbelt goes on, and like, there's been no showing of the seatbelt coming off, but the seatbelt has gone on like 4 times. And so it's like, you better buckle up again. And then like the seatbelt goes.
And every time,
and then we hit
Flint's eyes
like what are they called? Jersey barrier?
Jersey
yeah.
barrier.
Oh, dude, they're gonna fall right the fuck out of your head. Jersey barrier, you know, the concrete barrier. Hits one of those at just the right angle to launch the car, and then up through the second floor window.
Okay. Yeah, so you and Flint come crashing in through the second floor window there. What's everyone else doing? Are you all driving in?
I'm going to parallel park my car in one of the spots and make
That's
sure
gonna be
that
a harder test than jumping through the window.
definitely within the lines, and then I'll lock it, and then I'll go in just on foot.
This is the mummy takes a moment and tries to unlock the car as you're just kind of walking in. He's a couple minutes behind you, but eventually you just see him like kind of fall and like roll out of the car, get up, lock the door, and then close it behind him. The whole time he left his window open.
It's gonna start raining and ruining the interior.
Bitch.
Oh my goodness.
It's raining.
But he does stumble in after you.
Nice.
And what about you, Cyd? I think Cyd and
yeah, Nicole and Astrid were together.
The girls.
The girls were in the
girls.
sensible German car that has real good maneuverability. Kind of the big problem that we're facing right now is that I only have one arm, and I was driving. So,
now if you have any blood, you could spend it to heal.
yes, so I did do that, but I chose to heal the bleeding out condition instead, because that seemed a little bit more pressing.
Yeah. One thing is, I did read this in between sessions here. You guys can also exchange blood freely, like you guys can like fight each other and take blood from each other.
Just spit blood like Mama Bird it into somebody else's mouth.
Yeah,
Please
no.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been helpful to know last time.
I got 4 of them. I got 4 bloods. Anybody need some blood?
I would love some blood, actually.
I got 5 blood. I'll donate 2 blood.
Okay, cool. Then I'll take 2 from you, and then 2 from Adam, and that's 3. And that's all
4.
I need to be, or I guess, yeah, 2 and then 1, leaving you both with 3. I take 3, which means that my arm is back. So now I'm driving.
Nice.
Yeah. I drive up onto the curb. We'll find a happy medium here.
There you go.
Yep.
So you see them crash through loudly on the second floor. Up on the second floor, you see like several offices, and then you also see kind of open up into this large like observatory like structure. So like it's got like that glass dome with the moonlight kind of pouring in. You see on a pedestal like this like glowing green vial just kind of sitting there almost undisturbed. However, on the main floor, as you guys begin to move forward, you do see that there's like several like laboratories and stuff like that kind of offshooting At the end of the hall, you see like this large, like robot structure. He looks like shut down right now. But there's like an ominous, like red flashing glow, just coming from that direction.
Can we just kind of look around the lab areas?
Absolutely. You want to give me a search if you're looking for anything in particular?
Sure. Critical and irregular success.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that with the critical success, you see several schematics for a weapons platform. You were told that they might have this here, but it looks like this building has like automated defense turrets. They're not on right now, but you see in the schematics that like you probably could take some time and try and like set it up in such a way that it would actively shoot who you wanted it to.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You also find like a prototype gun. It's just like this silver, long, slender object with like several like coils on it. You're not quite sure what it does, but it's there.
Y'all better see your hoss.
Well, yeah, we'll take that, and then we'll start setting up them turrets to start shooting Nazis.
Okay. As you go to begin doing this, you kind of hear from where that robot was at the end of the hall, a siren go off. You hear like loud hissing, and you hear thuds. Anyone out in the hallway might see this? Actually, no, I'm going to change that question. Nicole and Astrid, you're out in the hallway. You're looking in as he shows you this this kind of silver weapon. We'll say that Astrid, you've seen it before. You've seen something like this before. It was something that Nikola Tesla, a good friend of yours, was attempting to work on as a teenager, but he never quite got around to making it. But it's a particle beam emitter.
Oh, nice.
That's one use. It'll give you +4 dice, +5 if it's properly calibrated before firing.
I can fix that.
Yeah. I really hope in this universe, like Nikolai is a vampire right now.
He's a Frankenstein. He's definitely a Frankenstein.
And then, but you do see that as you look at that, and you're like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And then you look over, and there's just a robot like Terminator sprinting at you. It's about 10 feet tall.
Oh fuck!
And he is wearing like he's all like silver and like almost chrome plated. Even though I don't know if chrome was invented at this time, but it is now. But he comes sprinting at you, and then he just stands, and on the bottom of his foot is just like the swastika as he goes to like boot you in the face. We'll start.
Nice.
We'll start with Astrid. Astrid.
So just him, nothing alive near us, right?
That is right. However, it does not say anything about this person not having blood.
Okay.
Very fun.
Okay. I'm gonna charge it with my spear. I've been trying to get blood for a while now. So that is gonna be raw +1.
Absolutely. Once it's attacked there.
They started doing chrome plating in the 1920s.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there you go. Then it's totally era appropriate.
Absolutely.
So
United Chromium Incorporated, 1927.
You got 2 successes going in your way.
Sorry.
Just looking at it, it seems like whatever this is, it does seem to have like very thick armor on it. Almost as if it was a challenge 2, which would require 3 hits to cause damage to this.
Put on.
And then we will remind you of the flashback mechanic if you would like to reroll.
Yeah, sure, because it's probably gonna kill me.
Yeah. By the way,
I still have 3 injuries from last game.
Oh,
did
I
you
didn't
want
realize how
blood
hefty
to
you were.
heal?
I have been trying to get blood. I haven't gotten
I
an
can give
opportunity.
you blood.
Do we only get one flashback per session or per game?
session.
Per session. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I just gotta find.
Uh-oh. Suckers who didn't cash in last time.
Yep.
Should have failed.
They just did better the first time. There it is. All right. Astrid, you have a moment as this boot is about to come down on your skull, and you remember when you were out in the fields on a rainy night, crawling through the muck. Off in the distance is a POW camp. Thunder and lightning strike off in the distance. You are here to rescue some POWs. And the question I'm going to ask you is, you won't let another character see you fail like this. What did they most respect about you? And in this moment, show what they most respect about you.
Okay.
In this flashback.
It's definitely your winning smile.
Yeah, I would say it's Astrid's ferocity. As she tears into his POW camp, she just makes extra time to rip every Nazi apart that she comes across. And there's just gore and viscera is kind of her signature of just it getting everywhere.
So you're in this moment where you're remembering, like, that's who I really am. I'm not the kind of person who gets stomped on by a giant robot Nazi. And who among the crew here do you not want to see? Who does Astrid not want to witness them get their ass kicked?
I would say she's probably got a like friendly rivalry with Chuck.
Okay.
Feel like they would probably be the most different out of all of them.
Yeah. It's like, Chuck will never let me live it down if I show up with a black die. Go ahead and re-roll. You're going to get 1 additional die, so that's 5 die total.
Okay.
Nice. Get it.
Get it?
All right, there it is.
Oof, barely.
No. I think it's enough to defend myself at least, right?
It is enough to
Can't
defend
damage
yourself.
it, but okay.
But you get that spear up into the foot, and you manage to like shove it back. It kind of stumbles. You notice it seems a bit sluggish. If you're going to kill this thing, you're gonna have to do it now because it's not at its full power yet. And I don't know. We'll check in with Cosgrave. Cosgrave, you're in the other room there. You see the weapons platform instructions and the machine in front of you.
Yeah, can I do something with them to make the machine gun turrets start shooting the giant 10-foot Nazi robot?
Let's see if you can figure out how to do it. So you're gonna need 5 successes on a secondary objective to get that.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, I'm gonna try to, I guess, fix. And just it's like some computer terminal. I just take out a thing of my bottled ghosts and I throw it at the computer terminal and hope the ghost can help me fix this.
Okay. Absolutely. So go ahead and roll your fix and whatever there. Nope. Only one success. So you got 3 successes and a critical.
Yeah.
As this robot stumbles, it kind of like goes to stand up and its leg overcompensates and like the hydraulics in it cause it to crash through the wall, and some debris kind of comes flying towards you. You have 1 damage incoming.
Okay. I mean, I'll just take the damage and pump all those into the secondary objective.
Okay. So you activate the weapons terminal. The weapons platform. Okay. You get access to 2 items here. They're only going to work in this room, unfortunately, but you get access to a microwave array turret, which is a 1-use thing, but it will give you +4 if you use it against the boss.
Yeah.
And then you get access to a quadrupedal weapons platform.
What?
Which has 4 uses, and it gives you +1, +2 if you use it to shrug off incoming fire. As you see this thing, it kind of almost looks like a dog, but then it starts flipping out, and you realize you could stand on this thing, and there's just like World War II style machine guns kind of lining all over the front of it.
Sweet. Sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then we'll go over. We had Astrid, we had Cosgrove, but we got Chuck and Flint upstairs, and of course we got Nicole. Who wants to go next?
Good with whatever. But I've got something I can do, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I could go if people are keen.
Yeah.
So I think Flint would get out of the car, seeing this powering up abomination. I think what he would try and do is, with his newfound crossbow, I think he's going to try and shoot, and as this thing's powering up and not at full power, he's just going to try and pop a shot right at this big robot.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and then give yourself your dice pool there. It's only got 2 successes.
So my shoot is 1. I will mark off 1 from the crossbow for +2, and then I guess because
it doesn't see you coming because you're upstairs. So yeah, I'll give you the
violent killer. So that will be 4. All right, 2 button.
Yep.
All right.
Well, that's 3 successes and a critical there.
So yeah.
So you have 2 damage incoming. As it starts to straighten up, well, go ahead and describe how you're allocating it, and I'll describe what it's doing.
Yeah, so I'm going to allocate 2 to the defense. I'm thinking I dodge out of whatever it's going to shoot at me. And then 3 towards, I think, the main objective. Or if this is the main objective, then I'll put 3 on that, which is 1 damage, right?
So the main... so the main objective is to storm the pavilion and get out the other side. There's also this soldier here, so you do not have to kill this thing.
Oh, great. Then it's going towards the objective.
Okay. Okay, so you defend and you put 3 towards the objective?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, as it straightens up, it feels like the bolt kind of go into its armor, and it looks up at you. And it fires off like its wrist RPG launcher, or like a rocket launcher, like through the ceiling. But you dodge out of the way as it just kind of goes up and breaks the glass above you. It rains down, but it also does significant damage to those weapon supplies that they've been working on up here, as like some of the offices burn up. And then we got Chuck and we got Nicole.
I'll go if you don't mind.
I don't.
Go for it.
Okay. Chuck is going to gun it, and he's going to reach out. So he's driving, he's got his boot off, and he's driving using his toe to steer the steering wheel, and he's like leaning out like at his waist out the window. And I know this is supposed to be like an Italian like high performance car, but in my mind it's sick Trans Am. And he's leaning out the side, and he's going to snatch that green vial, whatever the hell it is, as he's driving by, and he's going to say yoink as he does.
Okay. It's an item, so I'll let you know what it is. It is a loose, glowing fuel source. It is a one-time use. It'll give you +2 dice, +3 if it's near flammable material.
Okay. Snatch that up and then put it in the glove box. And at that point, he looks back. He's like, I got it. And he realizes that the bat's not in there. It's like, oh, lost my pal. I better catch up with all my buddies. And he's going to drive through the handrails down into the lower level.
Okay. Yeah, and then I guess like we're building dice pools here. So let me know what you're doing and how you allocate it, and we'll figure out what happens after that.
Can I brawl with the car?
Sure, why not?
That makes sense to me. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to brawl the car into this guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to slam him. So I got no extra dice. I'm just going to roll straight up my brawl, which is 3 dice.
You can roll with the car, with the bonus from the car.
I'm just going to take the 3 dice, and that's 2 successes.
Okay. Let's see what it's going to roll.
Oof.
As you come tumbling towards it with this car.
Oof, oof, oof.
So it's only got 3 successes, and NPCs don't crit.
Oh, that's right.
But you do have 3 damage coming your way as
I want to flash it back.
All right.
You also decide that you're using the car like after you roll.
You can, yes. So you could give yourself
a bigger
bonus dice. So in this case, I would totally let you do a stunt to give yourself full effect.
So it'd be 2 extras.
Yeah, but that may destroy the car, and let me know if it does.
How would I know if it destroys the car?
Because the car only has so many uses. I believe it only has 2.
I think I used one of them already, so that would total my car.
Which will give you an additional.
Let me do the flashback.
Okay.
Flashback. I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna jump that thing onto this blimp. It's gotta make it.
Chuck, you're on board a plummeting airplane.
Absolutely, I am.
Another character taught you a few tricks. What was the most important lesson, and who was the character?
I'm sorry, I skipped through that whole thing. What?
Okay. Another character taught you a few tricks. What was the most important lesson that they taught you? And the context in which this flashback is happening is you are on board a plummeting airplane.
Oh, man. So I think the most important lesson that I learned from one of my vampire pals about surviving a plummeting airplane is that all things explode in their own time. I learned this from Nicole.
Absolutely.
She said, all them explode. You just need to know when to do it. And he used this knowledge to detonate the right part of the plane, so he was able to kind of slice through some bad guys and ride it down on some of the fuselage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kind of like Legend of Zelda, hang gliding, as he sliced through some geese on the way down, too. He learned a lot about goose blood on that flight. A lot more than he expected. It's good, but a little gamey.
Nice. All right, so go ahead and re-roll 4 die for your brawl.
Okay. 2 crits.
All right. So that's either 4 successes or 2 activations abilities, however you want to lay those out.
I think the 4 successes is going to be best. So I can get rid of those 3 incoming damage. And what does that adds to my existing hits or no?
What do you mean?
Because I had 2 before.
No, you so when you reroll,
No, it replaces.
Yeah, it replaces, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So, you know what? I'll take 1 damage, and what's this thing? The threshold's 2 on it? So I need 3 to deal damage to this guy?
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright, so I'll take, oh, man, that's lame. So what he does is he goes, you just gotta know when to make it explode. And I'm gonna reel immediately use that glowing fuel that I got.
Okay, absolutely.
So I'm gonna toss 2 extra dice on this thing.
Okay. We'll say it's give yourself 1 more die. I was just gonna say because this this creature or this robot has like oil and things like that. It's full of hydraulics, so it's near a flammable source because it's only 1 use.
Oh, baby!
Yeah. So you
all
got
right. So that's a lot. So that's 2, 4, 6. That's 8 total hits.
All right. And you're using 2 to defend yourself, or sorry, 3.
Well, I'm gonna soak the 3, so that gives me a total of 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 5. Yep. All right. I've been drinking a little bit. Check this out. I picked out a beer specifically for tonight. It's from Young Blood Beer Company. It is called Party Pants. It is a pastry-style sour ale with cherry, passion fruit, cacao, and vanilla. 9% alcohol by volume. Delicious. Looks like blood. Tastes like delicious.
Nice.
But those additional hits are going to go, I am going to pump them into that chromed out Nazi bot, and I'm going to send that thing back to the hell from whence it came as I detonate this little vial of glowing green stuff. I'm going to cram it right inside of this thing's chest cavity, and I'm going to go, yeehaw, and then crack it off of there so it blows up.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. So it tries to like grab the car, it tries to grab at you, but you just are a little bit too quick. You kind of slide in and out, it gets in there. It just blows up its chest. You see like its chest plate kind of explode off, and inside there is a man.
Oh! Like a whole man?
Yeah, he's there, he's naked. He seems to be he's there, and
seems to be cold.
His danger is gargantuan.
Oh,
yeah. But he glares at you with cold, steely, dead eyes, just kind of quietly following you. And the robot head follows from above. Our last person to go this round is Nicole. And Nicole, you see all that happen. This creature has taken pretty significant damage at this point.
Nice. Nicole looks at Chuck and goes, "You crazy son of a bitch," because she instinctively knows that he's pulling from her thing. She's, damn, I always knew you had it in you. And then she's gonna throw a firebomb because this guy's covered in oil, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely, especially after that last attack, yeah.
And of course, the Allied firebombs during World War II contain thermite as well, so that's also going to do some interesting stuff to the rest of the armor, however much that is.
Okay. I don't know what thermite is, but you can describe it away.
It's hot, it's bright, it melts metal. That's the important thing.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and 1, 2, 6.
All right.
3. Okay, cool. So we are going to go ahead and use 2 to absorb the hits, and then 1 carries over into him because I'm assuming his challenge rating is lower now.
No, it's not.
Or no, it's not.
It's not.
Okay, then I will take 1 and then use my special to lower the challenge rating since I'm using explosives.
Absolutely. So this thermite kind of eats through, and like its left arm kind of like dissolves and crumples, and then it just drops off, and you see more of this person's body exposed.
Okay. And then I rolled on my injury, and it is dazed. Or I am dazed, rather.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. And then we go to the top of the order with you guys. This thing doesn't get a turn. Because that's just how this game works.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. Is it on fire, or does the thermite just melt it through?
I'm not sure. What does thermite do there, Cyd?
So it burns super, super hot, super, super bright, but it's not super explosive. It doesn't have like a lot of concussive force, but the main thing that it would be used for is to like melt through metal. So you would throw it at like a tank or something like that to melt through. So that's mechanically, that's how the whole reducing the challenge rating thing is happening.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no.
There's fire all over the place because of the fuel bomb that got thrown at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Astra's still really hungry. So yeah, she's gonna charge again with her great spear now that there's more fleshy bits out in the open.
Absolutely.
Let me double check. I gotta say, alchemy is the simplicity is very pretty. So yeah, it's just 1+ on my brawl. Okay.
It should have a tag with it. What's the tag? Charging?
Charging, yeah.
Yeah, give yourself a +1. You can charge at her. I'll even give you a little bit of a lead up to it. The truck just drove by and the car is coming towards you. You like step on the hood and on the thing, and then you kind of do like the Spartan one-armed, like you're leaping at this monster.
Okay.
Give yourself +2 die.
Oh, you said that after I rolled, but I'll take what I rolled.
Well, you can just roll one more die and see what you get.
Oh, okay. There. I think I did it. Oh God.
Oh,
Damn. That's
Okay,
nice.
so that's 3 criticals and a big old success. So yeah, how are you allocating those? You can spend 1 critical to activate an ability, or you can put them all. I'll tell you right now, it still has a challenge of 1. So you're gonna do 1 less damage than you put into it, but it also only has 3 HP left.
Okay. Yeah, that was at 2, 4, 6. Okay. Definitely. So 3's got to go into blood. I'll do. You said it had 3 health left.
Yeah, but you'd have to do 4 damage to do that 3 health.
Okay, so we'll just pump the rest into damage. So Astrid lunges at this thing with its bare chest, drives the great spear in, and like Vlad the Impaler tries to start lifting this 10-foot tall thing up with her fucking huge biceps. And
yeah.
You guys may not have known, but you do know now that her great spear is actually hollow. And she lifts it up as the butt of the spear above her mouth, and just starts pouring in her mouth.
Absolutely. So this is an Ubermensch. So everyone who partakes in the blood, so all of you go into a frenzy and just start devouring this man. But before we get into it, there is 2 damage coming your way there, Astrid. So as you lift this up, the thermite starts to like pour down, and this molten metal kind of pours onto you. Roll a d6 to see where it lands.
Okay. D6.
Yeah.
Here it comes. 6.
And then that'll be on your character sheet there. There's 3 areas that you can take damage.
Just 3 areas?
Yeah. At the bottom where it says injuries, I got to roll. In fact, I got you right here. So you are limping. So as you're sucking down this blood, it pours onto your legs, And you realize that like your knee is like severely damaged from this like liquid molten metal as it pours down. However, you do immediately recover that injury as you drink from the Ubermensch. You all drink from the Ubermensch. The blood tastes like bleach, pine tar, and petrol.
Favorite.
As this man was, infused with the robot in such a way, you find out that he doesn't have legs or arms proper as you pull him out of the chassis. You guys also all gain an advance.
Nice.
Unlocking more power, as if you need to be even more powerful.
We do, yeah.
Absolutely. And with the with him gone, he was really the only thing stopping you from moving forward. And so you guys have your run of the German Technological Pavilion.
Yeah.
Well, just kind of montage it. Like, what are you guys up to in here?
Flint's looking for something to electrolyze this new set of armor that he has.
I love this bat in a can situation.
No worries. Now you guys can assist each other, or you can have someone else roll it. But I would call that a fixed roll.
Hey, pal.
Yeah.
I know you ain't got no thumbs, but I got them. One, a two, kapow.
Yeah, I'm better at biting than fixing.
Holy shit, I didn't know you could form a full sentence. Well, I'll be damned. Let's get it on. What do you want me to do here? Let me just cinch this up here. It looks a little bit uncomfortable on your wings. I'm gonna cut this through right about here so you can get your wings out of there. Baby, oh, you're gonna be a rat in a can with wings, baby. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to add extra dice. Oh, I get to get an extra ability, right? Because we drank from the good ones, the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
The Ubermensch.
Yeah.
The Ubermensch, which
You
means
also,
Overmensch.
I'm looking at. No, it means better man.
Well, fine. Wait, what am I, German? No.
I am. But
yeah.
yeah, no. Sorry. You also all gain 3 blood. From drinking.
Oh.
So you gain 3 blood, you heal 1, and you gain an advance.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
We're going to take the advance elbow grease.
Okay.
It says when you roll up your sleeves and take on an objective single-handed with the fixed stat, gain special. Reduce the objective's rating by...
Okay. This is
4. I don't know what that means, but that's what I want to do.
So, for instance, if like in that case, if you didn't kill him, you could have escaped. And so instead of killing him, you could have escaped, and it had an objective rating of 9. When you were at the expensive garage, the objective was to escape. So if you can use the fixed stat to reduce the objective total by 4.
Gotcha. Well, I've got it, and I guess I'm not doing that right now, but I'm going to try to fix that thing, and I'm going to jerry-rig it. So that means that I've got my tools, and that's a second use on my tools, which have 4 total uses. So it's plus, double plus. So I get 2 extras.
All right. Does it have a tag?
Jerry-rig, which is where the extra plus comes from.
Ah, okay.
And that doesn't help at all.
What I will do is I will take away 1 use from the armor and give it a +4 rating.
Oh.
And give it the tag hug.
Hug. Oh, that's cute.
So it has skirmish and hug.
I'm gonna replace skirmish with like grapple.
Okay.
I'm cheeky with the hug.
The struggle cuddle.
Yeah. Gross. Speaking of being gross, ladies and gentlemen at home, drink yourselves some RC Cola. We gotta take a short break here because Adam needs to urinate. I heard him say that in the chat quietly. But we are gonna take a short break here. We'll be back. For you guys at home, it'll just be a short ad break. We'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. One joke before we begin. Why was Helen Keller such a terrible driver? It's because
no. Okay. All right. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen a picture of Helen Keller's cat?
No.
Neither did she.
I knew. There you go. All right. And on that note, you guys are Aaron. You guys take some time. You destroy these Nazi weapons that they were developing. You kind of raid its coffers. You take some time and charge up your suit of armor electronically. You step back out. Adam, you can feel like the hair on your head, what little bit is left, start to kind of like rise up as the car is charged with static electricity, and you tear off, breaking through the last boundary that's stopping you from getting to Sector 1.
Ooh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Very quickly, we'll
burning towards that Eiffel Tower.
Absolutely, you're burning towards that Eiffel Tower. You only got one more stop to make before you get to the Eiffel Tower. On the way, you see way off to the west, you see an ammunition and vehicle depot that you were briefed about. But also, you hear the sounds of laughter and cavorting and Germans singing German songs at the Nazi pleasure gardens towards the base of the tower.
Oh. Ooh. We want to wreck the pleasure gardens, right?
I want to wreck the pleasure garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm torn.
Right.
Yes.
Our objective.
But so too shall be the Nazis.
Wait, I just want to know what the fuck a pleasure garden is, to be
Oh,
honest.
you shall. Oh, you
It's
shall.
it's like Laszlo's garden from What We Do in the Shadows. It's just like a bunch of hedges trimmed to look like vulvas.
Nice.
Goddamn.
The real
I love that
answer
show.
is it's an Oktoberfest thing. Often they're called beer gardens. It's literally just an outdoor place to drinking and like basically like get silly.
Well, Flint's thirsty.
I love to get silly.
Nothing untoward other than, Nazi occupied France.
Yeah, let's go grab a pint. Yeah.
Yes.
Or two. Maybe
Of blood.
a gill or two.
How much is a gill?
So, as you guys tear towards the Nazi pleasure gardens with one objective in your minds, which is to blitzkrieg the garden party, you see a cunningly designed by some of the Third Reich's foremost landscape engineers. The gardens recreate a pastoral Austrian scene in the middle of Paris. Unfortunately for the Nazi defense forces, the winding pathways, thick copses of trees, and charming errant waterfalls provide excellent cover for an invading gang of vampires. You guys are all tearing in, and we're just going to go right into describing what you guys do. You see that there are several Nazi officers like cavorting and laughing. They're clearly drunk. I keep going to Sector 3 because the 3 is bigger than 1, but we're counting down.
That is a sick piece of art.
Mhm.
It absolutely is. But we're not there yet. Don't look at the werewolf. It's
I'm
not
looking.
for you.
I'm
Everybody's
looking
looking at me.
respectfully.
Yeah, be more respectful when you look at it. But yes, you do see a bunch of carousing officers at the center of like these kind of beer gardens. But you also see all these topiaries and like kind of like these hedge mazes and stuff like that you guys can hide out in. Who's going first and what are you doing to fuck up this party? You guys already fucked up a funeral. Maybe this is the aftermath of that funeral. The one guy who survived goes to drink with his friends.
Man, he's just having the worst Nazi day.
Well, unless anyone else has something to do, Flint has an idea.
Absolutely, Flint, shooter.
Cool. Flint is going to launch himself into the air, take a nice run and jump. Because the wings that I have, the ability is just mark blood, I can just activate it, right? I don't have to roll a critical.
That is correct.
Perfect. I'll mark blood. Give me aerial combat. So I'm just gonna basically like kamikaze myself over like in a big nice parabola into those Nazi officers that are cavorting and having a good time. Because I can't have that happening.
Oh.
And using my brawl, and then yeah, so mark blood plus aerial combat. So is that just one extra die for the wings?
How many pluses are beside that?
It says plus aerial combat.
Okay, so if you're descending upon them, like if you think this is aerial combat, then it would be +2. And the way you described it, that I'm fine with that.
Cool. So that's +2, +4, and then if I'm using equipment as well, I could also, or do I have to activate that?
You have to you would have to mark a use if you're gonna use the bonus dice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna activate the new fancy armor. And as I land on them, just kind of group hug with my big bat wings the officers there.
Okay.
So that'll be 10 dice.
Okay, so roll your 10 dice. You will. The armor won't work after this, unfortunately. But
well, you said 2 uses, right? So
no, because when he fixed it, he jury-rigged it. It was down to 1 use. It was just a lot more powerful.
Okay.
Sorry.
Down to 1 use.
Yeah, then, I made it more powerful, but you can't keep it.
I'm sorry. I thought it was remove 1 use. So if that's the case, then I won't use that, and I'll just stick with my stick.
Okay, so you roll your 6 dice.
I gotta save that for Hitler.
So they have 2 successes there.
Alright, so hold on, how do I cancel this? Cancel escape. Okay. Tooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got 4 successes and a critical.
Fuck yeah.
Though a couple of the officers you see are very quick to draw their guns, even in the drunken state. Do they land true?
No, they don't. I will block off 2 successes, and well, I guess I will defend with 2, and then I will spend my remaining
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, yeah, my remaining 4 on the objective.
On the objective, okay. So yes, the infantry squad is caught off guard. Several of them stumble backwards away from you as you do this. You manage to kill one. We'll just say you hold him to your electrical armor. His face just kind of burning off as he like shakes and rattles. The Blitzkrieg has begun. So how many did you mark towards the Blitzkrieg?
That would have been 4.
Okay. Yes, this scene has descended into chaos. The others, just out of the corner of your eyes, you see a pair of snipers off, kind of like hanging out on top of one of these buildings. You just see the flare of a muzzle as a bullet goes off. Who's going next?
I can go.
Okay. Absolutely.
So Nicole looks around. She sees where maybe some of those officers have some of the stronger stuff, so not beer, but hard liquor. She picks one of them up. She makes herself a Molotov cocktail, and she's gonna throw it at the building where the 2 snipers are.
Okay, absolutely. So you'll aim at one of them mechanically, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it brought in a third, but it's acting up. I think alchemy goes slower for me than it does for you guys, which is kind of
That's crazy.
But go ahead and build your pool there.
Cool. So I'm going to be shooting, and then since I'm creating an item, what am I getting for that?
Okay. We'll say it's a one-time use. It will give you +3 dice. It will be a good tag for it. Is just near flammable objects. We'll say.
That's on a building. That seems pretty flammable to me.
Absolutely. This building, lovingly decorated to look like an Austrian greenhouse. The plants and stuff can catch fire, no problem.
Yeah.
The sniper has gotten 3 successes.
Okay.
And you got...
I got a lot of successes.
You got 2 successes and 2 criticals.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 to nullify that, and then I'm going to put the other 3 towards the objective.
Okay. The snipers have to move out of cover as they're escaping the fire. It seems that they will live to shoot another day. But the fire has certainly caused quite the kerfuffle here. As you see officers come screaming and pouring out, you see a pair of people just like trying to douse out their hair and shove it into the fountain. But Nicole, you have caused quite a bit of chaos here today. The objective is almost complete. The Nazi pleasure gardens are almost destroyed, never to be the same again. Who is going next?
I'd like to go. I'm gonna use one of my new abilities. Well, it's not an ability, it's just something I guess I unlocked from the advances.
Yep.
It says mark blood, so I take off a blood, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to use a blood, and you see Astrid, she has her great spear, and then she kind of holds her hands out as the spear begins to actually levitate. Her eyes start kind of glowing this like kind of fiery green, and then she hurls her hands up, and the spear kind of follows her hand motion, and she thrusts forward, and she kind of yells as she does that, and her yell kind of sounds like / like a lion's roar almost. It flies at the zombies the Nazis of the pleasure garden, trying to skewer as much as possible.
Okay.
+2 on, I guess, shoot, huh?
Yeah, it depends on what you're trying to do. It could be like a terrify if you want it to be, like if you're just trying to cause chaos.
Yeah. Let's cause some fucking absolute chaos.
Okay. They also got 3 successes on this roll.
All right.
You got 5 successes.
6.
4 successes and a critical. Yeah.
So, I'll use the critical to lower the threat by 3.
Okay. Yeah, so that will actually kill one of the snipers.
Nice.
And I'll do let's do 3. How many do we know how many we need for the objective still?
1.
Okay. I'll do 1 into the objective. I guess the rest in blood.
Okay.
They got 2 how many successes they get?
3.
3, right?
So
I want to defend.
Okay. Okay, so you put 1 and then you're defending all of them?
Then I'll do 1, 2, 3 into defense, and then 2 into blood.
Okay. Yeah, so you grab a couple of these officers as they panic and they start to run. You just grab one and drain them of their blood, throwing them to the ground. The party is absolutely descended into chaos. You see that there's still one more sniper off on a different building. He seems to have relocated from where he was when Nicole threw the Molotov at him. And you also see that some of the officers, emboldened by the liquor, are getting brave as they start to charge towards y'all. We are going to add a secondary objective, is 5 to escape the Nazi pleasure gardens.
I would love to engage in this.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay. Chuck's driving his Trans Am. I don't care. It's a Trans Am.
Okay.
It's a Trans Am with pirate cannons on it. And he, again, finds something to ramp off of. There's a topiary thing, and it's supposed to look like Der Fuhrer doing his Nazi... Well, I know Hitler did the backwards one, where he's like receiving the high five instead of the forward one, but it's, you know what, it's some other Nazi fella doing the regular Nazi salute in this topiary thing, and Chuck ramps off of the Nazi salute arm up into the air. And as he's in the air, the thing does a barrel roll. It's pretty sick. It's like that movie Wanted, which was a terrible movie. Nothing like the comic book that it's based on, supposedly. But he does it, and he flips over, and while he's upside down in the air, he's going to fire off. And he's got them, they're jerry-rigged on. So these like cannons that are mounted onto the hood of the Trans Am have like, you know the little cord that you pull from the exposed light bulb in your basement? It's like those. And he like pulls them on both sides as he fires off into a bunch of these Nazis to clear the way for everybody to escape. And along the way, he yells his signature quote. He goes, "Yee-haw!" And he shoots. I don't know if you guys knew that was his quote, but that's it. That's his catchphrase.
I thought his catchphrase was "buckle up."
Buckle up, baby! Yeehaw!
Nice. So
buckle up your yeehaws before you can't.
Yeah, so these officers are firing back at the car as you launch this off. They got 3 successes.
I'm using the grape shot, baby.
Absolutely.
Oof. Trash O. Is there any kind of additional things I can do to make this not so bad?
Unfortunately,
or am I out of luck?
You are out of luck.
Yeah,
because you've already used your flashback. Sometimes you gotta lose.
That happens.
So the bullets come flying towards you. You only have 2 successes, of which you could use to defend, you could use to do damage to them, you could use towards making your escape.
I'm going to take 2 damage and make 1 progress.
Okay. Absolutely. So yeah, go ahead and roll a d6 to see where that injury lands.
All right, here we go. 1 d6er. Hit me with something that's not too bad. I got a 3, 5. Oh, it turned into a 5. So I'm mauled. I guess one of them chewed on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? You got mauled by on the landing. As you land, your face kind of cracks off of the steering wheel.
Ooh, bounces off. The forehead bounces off the steering wheel, and he chomps into his own forearm. That's the mauling. Ah! Oh, that's what that feels like? That's not very nice.
That's not nice at all. But you do manage to shoot out. Like the grape shot goes off, and it kind of clears a path for people to start making their escape. You can see that you're not very far away from the Eiffel Tower at all. And who's going next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
So Paris is just kind of littered with tunnels of catacombs and dead bodies, right?
Sure.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I keep being told. So he's going to try to sneak closer to this group of officers and summon just a whirlwind of a tornado of skeleton body parts from underneath them. And he'll make it even more scary by using his ability Phantasmagoria. Conjure nightmare illusions in the area immediately around you.
Absolutely. So wait, I did that wrong. I don't know how. Okay, there we go. So you're going against the officers there. So let's see if they are terrified enough to disband. Rolling my dice. I'm rolling 3 dice. They're 3.
Now, because of the advance I chose on the very first one, is after you roll your dice pool, before you discard dice, reduce the GM's successful attack dice by 1 for each one you rolled. So I got a 1.
That's 2 successes then.
Nice. So yeah, one of the 6s will be just to count out your 2 successes, and then I've got 3, so putting towards the objective.
Absolutely. Yeah, so like this is already a very chaotic scene. The fire is starting to spread across the topiary. You have a lot of drunk people scattering around, trying to find weapons to defend themselves. And now there's ghosts everywhere. And they scream, the angry undead scream and terrify the people here. You have made very good progress into making sure that everyone can escape as you all start to make a break for it. We still have 1 point away from succeeding on the secondary objective, and we have a couple more people who haven't gone yet. We'll go over to Scar.
Oh, I thought I did. Okay.
Oh, no, wait, Nicole. Nicole, have you gone?
Yeah, I did. I threw a Molotov cocktail.
All right. Well, then we're back at the top of the order with Flint.
Okay. Well, I think Flint is probably going to just turn and amidst the smoking bodies of these officers from the electrocution, he'll pop a shot off at anyone remaining that seems to be hostile and not having, just a pleasurable time.
Okay. Yeah, you find someone pretty hostile. One of the snipers. You see a flare of the muzzle. You hear the shot of the bullet as 4 successes are coming your way.
All right, so I don't think Silent Killer will apply here. So just the 2 die plus my shooting, which is 1. So that'll be 3. 2, 3. Oof, not good. I think I might use my flashback here.
Absolutely. We're running out of unique flashbacks, so I'm gonna have to reuse some stuff. Just mix and match. There we are. All right. You are in the process of. It's World War I. You're standing outside of an Austrian parade when you hear a bullet go off. And that guy, that really important guy whose name I just had in my head.
Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, Franz Ferdinand is dead. Flint. You saved another one of the character. You saved another character from certain death this evening. What nearly killed them in the aftermath of Franz Ferdinand's shooting?
I think maybe it would have to be Cosgrave. And what nearly killed him was just concentrating too hard on the dissipating energies of Franz Ferdinand and, the soul or whatever he's studying. And he almost got trampled by a load of just common people.
Oh my. Absolutely. Cosgrove, you're concentrating, you're trying to commune with Franz Ferdinand himself. And all of a sudden, you see several people running, bullets being fired, and a tiny bat or a giant bat wing surrounds you. It pulls you away to safety. Go ahead and re-roll that with +1 die there, Flint. That's going to be 4 die total for you.
All right. Well, that's
a critical.
Not great. But so let's see. As a critical, could I activate one of my abilities and gain some extra rolls? Let's see.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think I'll just put that against defense then.
Okay. Which is probably for the best, because otherwise you would have been downed. So as you're firing off this crossbow, you manage to catch someone in the knee. But then you just get a sniper shot comes through and tears through a section of your wing. Well, actually, we'll see where it tears through. Roll your d6 and see where the injury lands.
All right. 6, which is mauled.
Oh, you're also mauled.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense with the wing.
6 for you would be hamstrung. Where are you seeing mauled?
I see mauled and then eviscerated.
Oh, on mine it says hamstrung. In the book. So it gets you right through the Achilles tendon, we'll say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or not cool, but acceptable.
Acceptable. Good thing you have wings. This bullet goes through, and we'll see who wants to go next. I think Nicole went next.
Yeah, I can go next. So I am going to go ahead and use one of my abilities called Blink. I am going to spend 1 blood, burst into the shadows, and then pop up right behind this Nazi.
Oh,
right?
okay. The
sniper, yeah. Then I'm gonna go and shoot him with my M3 submachine gun, which gets +1 flanking.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You catch him as he's clearing the... He's got...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and defend 2 and then use 1 to reduce the threats.
Okay. So you do reduce his threat. You actually do pretty grievous wounds to him, but he still is kind of last standing it with the pistol, and he fires off. Roll your d6 and see where that injury lands.
Oh no, I lost an arm again.
You gotta get that thing attached.
Well,
I
that's
really
the thing
do.
is it's still in the process of regrowing. It's got like a little bit in on the elbow, and the bullet just pierces through and it drops right back to the ground.
Yeah, it's not great. It goes straight through the radius.
Emboldening this horribly injured sniper to continue his reign of terror. And we'll go over to whoever's next. Scar, Sean, or Adam. Sean, Adam.
How many objective points do we have left?
1.
I'm gonna spend a blood to reduce the objective.
Okay.
Cool.
Let me give some context here.
Squirt some blood for the problem. I mean, that's what I do. Clearly.
Tethered Phantom.
Ooh, that's the thing that rests within you.
Yeah. So like this feral monstrous ghastly phantom shoots out of Astrid up at the sniper that's being shot and fighting right now with Nicole, and just goes inside of his eyes, and he starts witnessing the most terrifying things that he could possibly fathom, and his hair turns white.
Absolutely. And yeah, he turns white, and he looks like he's seen 1,000 lifetimes of horror, as you all manage to run away. You hit,
and his face melts like Lost Ark. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I was gonna have like the sound of the gunshot going off in the distance, but that's okay too. His face.
I like him killing himself better. Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
I love how casually you described that. Yeah, it's like he's seen 1,000 lifetimes of terror. Whatever. As you do.
Haven't we all?
I've worked in retail.
Absolutely, but you make it to the base of the Eiffel Tower. You can begin your ascent as you please.
I do.
Yeah. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you begin to scale the side of the Eiffel Tower, just like it's a breeze for you. About halfway up, you hear the sound of gunfire as an armored infantry squad begins to fire on you from the observation deck, the lower observation deck. You look to the sky, and you see landing on the side several paratroopers. Where the hell?
Flip fly.
Yeah, I just gotta find the paratroopers. Where the hell are they?
All right. While you're looking for them, I'm driving up that bitch.
All right.
I got this ability. I got this cool guy ability called Spider Scurry. It's to spend 1 blood to skitter across ceilings and up walls, +1 for low ceilings. Plus and then low ceilings. So I don't think this counts as low ceilings, but plus. And then I'm going to use the car up. So we're going to call that 3 extra dice on...
and that's going to be an additional +1 for the last use of an item.
Okay, so it's 4 extra dice.
And then if you would do a stunt, you would get an additional die.
Fuck it, yeah, let's go. What was it, 7 dice?
Absolutely.
All right.
Are you attacking the paratroopers or the infantry squad?
Well, I wanna push towards the objective.
Well, we'll see. But it's like who's fighting against you? We'll say it's one of the paratroopers.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to gun him down as I'm driving up.
Yep, no worries. And you don't have to put the successes towards it. It's just who I roll for.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a shooty. With all the extra dice. Oh, can I undo by right-clicking? I can undo by right-clicking. Nice. Alright, it's just a couple of dice. Let's see. That is not quite as many successes as I had hoped on that mountain of dice. It's 1 crit, 3 hits.
All right. It's not bad. Now, they're only rolling 3 dice, so they got 1 success.
Cancel it out.
All right. So you got 2 successes and 1 critical left.
Oh, yeah. So, let's do it up, man. Let's put towards the objective. And, ooh, I got 2 1s on my thing, which means I gained 2 blood. I forgot that I got that thing.
Yeah. So you do manage to fire off, as these squads of paratroopers are dropping down. You shoot one, and blood just pours into your mouth. The car kind of scurry, you're running your scurry power right through to the wheels of the car. It kind of tumbles and crashes and makes space as you begin to scale. It exploding in the distance behind you as you keep
nice
going out. So how many did you put toward the objective?
All but that one. So
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Now this objective has a challenge rating of 1, because you have to climb up.
So
It's
3.
more difficult, and there's just so many enemies. So 3 towards the 8 total you're going to need to succeed. And we'll go to our next player.
Nice.
I'll go.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So, I'm gonna spend a blood to make more nightmare phantoms occur all around me. And then, while they're screaming and crying, I will sneak up and try to blast them off the Eiffel Tower with my shotgun.
Okay. Absolutely. I'm just seeing how many dice I can roll for these guys.
I forgot to add the extra dice.
No worries. Okay. This armored infantry squad is firing madly through this.
Oof. That's a rough roll.
Oh, you said you were sneaking.
Yeah, but I was using my gun, so I thought that was shoot.
No. Reroll it as a sneak. Yep. They also got no successes on their roll. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will do 1 success to damage them, and the other 2 towards the objective.
You would know that they're armored, so that would do no damage to them.
Oh, well then just 3 to the objective.
Yeah, no worries. You fire off. It doesn't do any damage to them, but it does spook them. One of them jumps off the side, trying to avoid you with the shotgun, and the ghosts are flying everywhere. There's still like 8 of these guys up here, firing madly at these poltergeists, impotently.
I feel like they're chicken spirits. Yeah, poltergeists.
They're shooting spirits.
They're chicken. I summoned chicken spirits. They're poltergeists.
Oh, there you go, poltergeists.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
feel like I've heard of that
Very
somewhere
nice.
before.
That's true. Yeah. So we'll go over. We got Flint, we got Nicole, and we got
Question.
Astrid. Haven't gone yet, but yes, I hear a question.
Question. Can I activate 2 abilities in the same turn?
2 abilities? No. You can do 1 at a time. Yeah. Well, it depends on like what you mean. Like if it's like a mark blood and then also like you crit, then yes. You could.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Then I'll go.
Okay.
If that's not a problem.
No, it's not a problem at all.
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to mark blood and use my wings plus aerial combat to, I guess, pull the Flint signature move of flinging himself through the air towards the Nazis.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a bunch of paratroopers. Some of them haven't landed yet, so you kind of fly up and meet them.
Oof, perfect.
There.
They can't maneuver very well. So I think that I could probably use Brawl for that, since I'm going to be
Oh yeah.
right in there with one of them. So that'll be 4. I'll mark a blood plus, and that's aerial combat, so that'll be 6.
All right.
Let me mark the blood. Okay, I'm at 4 and 6 dice. Oof. Rough.
You're out of flashbacks. I hate to say it. You got you do have a critical there though.
Yeah, and they rolled 2.
Successes. Yep.
I will use both successes for defense.
Okay. So as you go up, this guy surprisingly burly. A little bigger than you'd expect a paratrooper to be. But he meets you and he actually hurls up and he smacks you across the bridge of the nose with the butt of his gun and says something cool in German, but you don't speak German.
Nope.
It says "Hasta la vista, baby," and then
It's my favorite German phrase.
yeah.
Let off some steam.
There we go. You got Nicole and Astrid haven't gone yet. Which one of you all is gonna save Flint from this Terminator guy?
German Terminator speaking Spanish.
Germinator. Wait, that's something else.
Nicole, you want to go?
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I would say if I'm shooting this guy, would I be flanking with Flint?
You tell me.
I think yes I am because this guy is definitely very much occupied. So Nicole, she like jams her feet into the little slats on the Eiffel Tower because she lost an arm and it's still gone. So she's up there with not holding on with her hands. She kind of flops down, upside down, takes aim, and is going to shoot at this paratrooper.
Absolutely. Shoot that paratrooper. 1, 2, 3. 3 dice coming your way.
But I got 4 successes.
Oh, you got 2 criticals and they got 2 successes.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. So let's see. What's this guy's threat level?
This guy's threat level is I want to say 6, but let me just double check. Yeah, okay. 6.
6. Okay.
Threat level midnight.
I'm gonna go ahead and block 2. And then I am going to... I'm just trying to decide what I want to do.
Yeah. Like, do you stay and fight? Or do you try and continue to make your ascent?
I think she stays and fights. She's gonna reduce the threat level by 2.
Okay. Absolutely. So yeah, this guy feeling like a badass, looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of a sudden, you just litter holes into his parachute and he just drops to the ground below.
Nice.
You seem
that reduce the...
You did reduce his threat level. He's not dead. Like, well, he's dead, but there's like 6 of them.
Okay, that's fine. It matters now because I have a new thing with when I reduce the threat level to 0, something happens.
Oh, okay.
So
I
gotta know.
Yeah, their threat level is 6 and you've reduced it to 4.
That's fine, thank you.
All right. So these paratroopers descending down, right? They're still in descent, right?
Some of them have taken up station along the sides and are firing down on you guys.
All right, so Astrid's she's like on the side of the Eiffel Tower, and she's gonna aim at one of the ones still coming down, and she's gonna leap from the Eiffel Tower with such force that it bends the steel from where she leaped. As she's flying through the air, again, her spear is hollow, so it's making like she looks like a missile and sounds like one as the wind rushes through the hollow shaft.
Tastes like one.
And tastes like, yeah.
All right.
And yeah, they got 3 successes, huh?
They did.
Well, let me, I got a crit, so I get to use an ability, right?
That is correct.
I'm going to reduce the GM's attack dice by 3.
Nice.
Okay.
Get him out of there.
0 attack dice. So you managed to... I don't know. You describe how you disarm these men.
Well, I'm going to disarm them by cutting off their strings off the parachute with the spear.
Ooh,
It's going to leap
nice.
from person to person, slicing the strings off the parachute. And I'll 4-way. Fuck. I'll do all of that I'll do 2 into objective and 1 into damage. And can I use a blood ability too in the same round?
You only got 1 success and 1 critical. So if you use the critical to activate an ability, that's the critical spent, and you have 1 success.
Right. Okay, but the mark blood abilities you can't just kind of use when you have the blood.
Yeah, you can use them when you have the blood. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, she's leaping from paratrooper to paratrooper. She'll also release another tethered phantom in the same process that's going down, looking him in the eyes as they fall down.
Okay. Mechanically, what does that do?
It reduces the objective by 1.
Ah, okay. Perfect.
So I'm putting 2, so that's a total of 3 into the objective. And then, I don't know, is there a point? I don't know what the point of putting into damage, really. Like, since it seems like the goal is to just reduce objective.
So yeah, the goal is to reduce objective, except when you're fighting bosses. Hurting them, like if you play your cards right, like it just makes it so that like it's safer for other people to do stuff, and that they're less damage. So like,
well, fuck it, then if I can bottom out the objective in this turn, then I'll just do all 4 in objective.
So that'll take 3 away. So it's not gonna end the objective. We only have 1 point towards objective right now, out of 8. So if you put 3, or I guess 4 towards objective, that would bring it down by 3 total.
Oh, okay.
Because it has a challenge of 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then you're at 4. So you're halfway there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just put all 4 into the objective then.
You are down. You are taking in 3 damage as they're firing upon you. So the way that works is you're going to roll a d6 to see where it lands. And then any extra damage goes into the next one to the right. If you roll a 5 or 6, it goes to the 1 or 2 slot.
How am I getting damage from
because they rolled 3 successes.
Right, didn't I reduce your attack pool by 3 also?
Yeah, but that's going forward. They've already shot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have done that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so basically now these paratroopers cannot shoot at anyone anymore.
Okay.
So you've effectively they're useless now. They're not going to really even be part of what's going on. You've defeated them in a different way. But
okay,
yeah, like they're still around and they've already fired their guns at you. So you have 3 damage incoming.
Sure.
Okay. So roll your d6.
That's a tooth. I always forget it's a tooth. One.
Okay. So you're going to apply 2 into your first injury slot and then 1 into your middle injury slot.
All right, done.
All right, what does that do to you?
That is a Spirits Cowed or Spirits Cast Out. Can't trigger specials, and blow to the head / bleeding out. +2 sneak, -2 terrify.
Well, the 3/4, it's only going to do the first box.
Oh, then blow to the head.
Okay. Yeah, it says different stuff on here than it does on whatever one you're reading. Because here it says spirits cast out, you can't trigger specials, and your sigils are marred. But yeah, So as these fire on you, it seems whatever spirits that are activating your strength have been for at least temporarily made less effective. And we'll go over to, was it the last player there? So we'll go back to the top of the round, which I believe was Chuck, I think. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think I went first. Man, at this point, I guess I'm just gonna sprint climb.
Okay.
Sprime up.
Absolutely. You see the Zeppelin at the top of the tower.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprint up this tower, and I am going to, along the way, try to fling anybody that's in my way out of the way.
Okay.
Sorry, let me mute myself.
Yeah. Come on. So
All right.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Spider Scurry again. Sorry, go on.
Oh, just the infantry squad is going to fire upon you, get in your way, as they're riding onto these rocket-powered elevators to keep up with you.
Rocket elevators. I love it. I'm going to run up and I'm going to punch them. I'm going to punch them out of those things. I'm going to grab them. I want to grab a dude by the lapel and look him in the eyes and get real close and then smile and throw him off the side.
Okay. Well, let's see how well you do with that. Okay.
Ugh.
You got
2
2 successes to their 0.
Nice.
So you can...
So that lets me put 1 point towards the objective.
Yes, it does let you put 1 point towards the objective. So you manage to throw this man off, and then you scurry up, and you're managing to outpace the elevator.
Hell yeah.
We're at 5 out of 8 for ascending. And then we're going to go to our next player, which I believe might have been Cosgrove.
Yeah. So are there still like paratroopers?
Yeah,
where,
so there's one crew that was kind of over by Astrid, and Astrid basically managed to like take a few out of the air, and like they've hit the ground, or they've like landed or whatever. They're not dead, but they don't have their weapons. So they just seem pretty ineffectual at this point. But there's another group of people coming as well.
Yes. So I guess as they're landing, I'll try to like con them into thinking I'm on their side, and then just gun them down at point blank range with my last shotgun shell.
Sure, why not? See how it goes.
Yeah. I'll fucking hope so. Is there something I can do with my blood? I guess Death Burst, spend 1 blood, and curse a Nazi within arm's reach to explode when they die. Plus 2 dice.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there a tag on that?
Enclosed spaces.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that you get on the elevator with the infantry squad.
Sure.
Why not? They're all rolling the same attack pool, which is why I'm still rolling 3 dice. These guys are basically out of this.
So I rolled a 1, so you reduce your successive attack rolls by 1.
Okay, so you have 2 incoming successes. You've rolled 3 successes and a critical.
Yeah, great. Okay, so I'll block 1 damage.
Okay.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4 will go towards the objective.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 towards the objective.
Nice.
So yeah, you managed to get this guy. You hit him with the shotgun, and he hits the side, like the panel, and then he explodes, and it causes the elevator to kind of rumble and shake. And you put how much towards the objective? 4. Okay. So you guys, you guys managed to get out. The elevator is no longer able to function. Half the paratroopers are on the wrong side of the building. The other half don't have their weapons. You are all able to like kind of make it your way up. And as you get higher, you see that they're no longer chasing you, no longer firing up at you, because you are too close to the Zeppelin.
Nice.
You see this large, ominous Zeppelin bearing the swastika on the side. This repurposed dirigible has been outfitted with marble, silk, gold, and mahogany. As you enter on the inside, you see grand staircases lead to mezzanines levels loaded with Hitler's own paintings, all of them without artistic merit, and treasures plundered from throughout Europe, Northern Africa, Tibet, and Nepal. You know that towards like kind of like the middle, that Hitler throughout the war and specifically during his occupation of Paris has been broadcasting just increasingly erratic propaganda from his broadcasting room in the center. You make your way there. You enter. You see.
Question: Were we able to like get Astrid up?
Yeah. Once you clear the objective, it's assumed that you get everything up. So Astrid is no longer downed. She still has injuries. Now would be a good time before you get into the last boss battle, which is unfortunately what's about to happen.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah. Does anyone want to start swapping blood and healing? Anything like that?
How much does it cost to get rid of my one moldness?
3.
It's 3 blood.
Yeah, I'll knock those down. I still have 4 left over after the fact.
Okay.
I'll also get rid of my injury.
Okay. My heart goes out to poor Astrid, who just got maimed in that last battle.
Yeah.
I have 2 blood.
So to Nicole, who's missing an arm.
So to be very transparent, Nicole has a cool thing that happens when she dies, so I'm okay with riding at 3 injuries.
Ooh.
So, and also it says in my character description that I am desperate to meet a glorious end in battle. So
Ooh.
I'm doing fine. I have 2 blood that I could give to Astrid if that would help.
I have 4 if you need some.
I spit some blood on it.
Yeah. Well, I really
you're muted, Scar.
Witness.
Yeah. Yeah. All the characters have a cool thing that happens when they die. I think Flint's is my favorite, to be honest. So I kind of hope Flint dies, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make it happen.
Well, I can.
Yeah, I've got 3 injuries.
Yeah. And so you were just given 7 blood, if that helps.
Okay. It's 3 blood per injury.
Yes. Right. But you can clear it from the bottom up. So like if you want to clear the one that actually hurts like your ability to use specials first, you can do that.
7 blood plus my 2 will put me at 9, and I can clear all 3.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, easy.
So you go into the last battle with no blood, but you are fully healed, ripped and ready to roar.
Are we able to search around the Eiffel Tower for anything like useful?
On the dirigible, yeah. Like while you're navigating the dirigible, looking at Hitler's mediocre paintings, you can see what else is going on. Go ahead and give me a search roll.
I would also like to do a search roll.
Yeah. Remember, you can exchange loot between each other too, like if that helps.
Can I take this opportunity to fix Hitler's paintings?
Sure, absolutely.
I would love to.
All right. Nicole, you're maybe distracted by Chuck's attempt to fix Hitler's art. Yeah. We'll come right back to you, Adam. I just want to quickly go through. Astrid, as someone who loves kind of these older school martial weapons, you do see like a halberd that was clearly stolen from like an important historical museum. It's like you would recognize it. You've been alive long enough that this is like from like the English museum, and that this would have been something that their guardsmen would have used.
Nice.
Flint, you find a pair of mail gauntlets that you could wear, and I would say that they would mechanically work the same as your spiked gloves that you had at the beginning.
Okay.
Cool. This halberd, I will say, has the same stats as your spear, if you want. Except that I'll give it an ability called Cleave, or the tag Cleave. And then the fix, Chuck, what are you doing to these paintings?
Putting on the rest of the mustache.
Hitler didn't paint paintings of himself, but he did now.
Yeah, no, in this version he has.
Yes.
They're self-portraits, and they're not even mediocre. But yeah, Chuck's like, you need the rest of that stash, partner. And he's painting in the mustache. He's like, let's black out some of these teeth and a unibrow. It looks like an idiot.
I love it. So you deface his art, perhaps improving its value significantly. All the same. That seems to be all you find. I don't know if anyone else is searching or doing anything while you're here. I didn't see a roll from Cosgrove, but that doesn't mean you didn't make one.
I made one and it failed.
Okay. You're finding a lot of stuff here. Like kind of like as gaudy and like as luxurious as this place is, there's not a lot of useful stuff. The stuff that he's mostly kept is just piles of money, and you're beyond those mortal needs. As you breach open the door to Hitler's broadcast suite, you see an elaborate set has been constructed to give the impression of power and superiority. Great banners hang from every wall. An iron and basalt lectern stands atop a staircase, in direct opposition to Zeppelin operational safety guidelines. A roaring fire pit occupies the center of the chamber. Here, Hitler has been awaiting the arrival of the invaders with anticipation because he has an ace up his sleeve. And that ace comes barreling from the ceiling. He just kind of drops down in front of you. He stands 9 feet tall. What does he look like? He's wearing like no shirt. He's got like an 8-pack going on. He's wearing these like, he's got like blood pouring, like he's got these like needles sticking into his back, just like constantly pushing blood into him. And he's got these like long claws coated with like metal gloves, with wires that go to this backpack of his, being constantly infused with blood. This here is what you had hoped or maybe feared was here. It is the Werehund. Yeah, an artificially constructed werewolf, using horrible occult practices and Nazi technology. He howls, and the fight has begun.
He's an affront to us natural abominations.
I was cursed the old-fashioned way.
Right? I think Flint is going to have to rush forward and just charge this werewolf.
All right.
Abomination.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to use my hug equipment to do that.
Okay.
With my
Come on. Ooh, not bad, not bad.
And then yeah.
Well, that's my roll, Adam.
With a brawl,
that's bad.
four.
That's bad.
4 plus 4.
That's
I don't know
gonna
where
be
I
8.
am.
7, 8. Roll.
Ooh, that's not bad.
5, 6, 7 successes total.
Oh yeah.
7 successes
yeah.
total. Are you turning in any of those criticals for
Abilities.
For abilities, or are you and then let me know how you're dividing them up. You have 4 damage incoming towards you.
4 damage incoming. Well, I think I'm going to use 1 critical to activate the ability Ravenous, so I gain 3 blood since I'm in melee combat.
Absolutely.
So that'll take me to 4. And then that's 5, 6, 7, 6, 5. I'll put the remaining 5 towards the objective.
There's no objective in this scene. You just need to kill him.
Okay, well then I'll put the remaining 5 into damage against this thing.
Okay. And so you will be taking 4 damage in. So as you hug him and like the electricity courses through him, his hands just kind of clamp into your back and like the claws like kind of pierce through. Go ahead and roll to see where your damage lands. But of course, you've done significant damage to him. You do see that he is regenerating. So as much as like this electricity is hurting him and his skin is starting to burn, it is very slowly starting to heal back up.
Okay, not great. I rolled a 5, so that'll how much damage am I taking?
You're gonna take 4, so you're gonna fill out your 5, 6 and your 1, 2. And you are
all right. So I am eviscerated and mauled. I can't gain plus dice, and my teeth are smashed, and my jaw is broken, so I can't gain blood from Nazis.
Okay.
You're at the end of your bat rope.
Yeah. So, and it makes sense that you were eviscerated because, like, his claws, like you know how like when you get electrocuted, like your instinct is to just close your hand more.
Clench. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he did that, but he has long, sharp claws with metal gloves on, and he just like drove those straight through your back and they come out your front, and then he eventually manages to pull you off. And then he just like body slams you into the ground and your face just smashes against the ground.
Awesome.
Awesome. No worries. And you are almost dead. Almost. And you are downed, which means that you will not be able to act until someone spends their action to help you out.
Okay.
You don't have to heal him. You just have to help him get up.
I'm scared, so I'll just do that. Scared to attack this fucking thing.
No worries. So yeah, you go over and as the werewolf or the werehund like howls in victory, you manage to pull Flint up and get him back on his feet.
Just enough to die.
Yeah. So Astrid is standing with Flint. And what's everyone else up to? We got Cosgrove, we got Nicole, and we got Chuck.
So what does my mummy ally do?
He gives you
the shaka.
Is that ancient Egypt? I don't know.
That's where it came from.
Oh, okay.
They were sexually liberated
like,
people.
Hey, hang loose.
I gotta go.
Ra guide you.
Let Ra hang loose. Shaka.
So the turncoat mummy gives a +1 with the tag bandage restraints. And he has 2 uses.
Okay. And then what about the Nikola Tesla rifle we reprocured? We freed.
Yes, that's right.
Did not steal, technically.
It was already stolen.
Exactly. We're unstealing
We've liberated it. 1 second, I gotta look it up again.
Sure.
It has 1 use. It will give you +4 dice. 5 if it's properly calibrated before firing.
I guess I will try to properly calibrate it and have the mummy restrain things in place with their bandages.
Okay.
That make sense.
Yeah, so you can only use 1 item at a time. But like narratively, both can be in play. Like that's fine. But you only get the bonus die and mark 1 use off of 1 item per.
Yeah, I'm having the mummy help me fix the the thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that works.
No worries. I would say that you could roll either a shooter or fix or whatever you think is best there.
Yeah, we'll go with fix. Not very good.
See if you can fix it before you get it fired. the Warhund is intelligent enough that he sees what you're doing and begins to charge at you.
Oh, please don't. Well, remove one of your successes because once again I rolled 1, and
No worries.
my failures are.
Yeah.
Did you give
4.
yourself the bonus dice for this?
I did, yes.
Are you sure? Because it's +4 dice.
I'm having the mummy help me calibrate it.
Oh no. The fix is what you would roll to calibrate it, and then you would use the item to shoot all at once.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Let me just roll 4 more
dice and see how it goes. He got 4 successes though, so this could hurt.
Well, I rolled a 1. He's only got 3 successes.
Okay, he's only got 3 successes. It'll hurt less.
All right. So I have 2 crits and 3 successes.
Okay.
So I will block 2 damage.
Okay.
And one of my crits, I will use Back Pocket Hex to reduce a threat's attack rating by 1.
Nice.
I just want to double check. Okay. So you do that. You use the ability, and then you put the rest into damage or defense. So
2 defense, use the ability, rest in damage.
Okay, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 points of damage. He has a challenge rating of 1. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he is definitely wounded as this particle beam emitter just like pierces through his chest, leaving like this vicious looking hole like right in the center of his chest where his heart should be. Ooh. But it's not. He does stand and he looks pissed. You also do take 1 injury still.
Yeah, let's see where that goes.
And you have permanently reduced his attack by 1.
Nice.
My grimoire is damaged.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, I just gotta find a little bit of Nazi blood and somehow the book will be better.
That's
Yes,
okay. I mean, technically, the
smear it out.
wolf has Nazi blood. He was once.
That's true.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got Chuck. We got Nicole. What's going on here?
I mean, I got something I can do.
Absolutely.
Get it.
Tell me about
Okay.
it.
So Nicole sees this Nazi werewolf going towards Cosgrove, and she's like, this is not going to work out. Cosgrove, love the guy, not super beefy. We cannot have this werewolf focusing on him. And then she goes, dogs. What do I know about dogs? Hang on a second. She takes out her dynamite and she says, fetch. And then chucks it.
Give him a nice
Hoping.
whistle.
Yeah, exactly. Just
All
like,
right.
here, boy. Here,
It's gotta
boy.
be a German whistle, however you would do that.
Das.
And I think personally that I'm demolishing this guy's face.
I believe that. I buy it. You're also doing
And
a bunch
then-
of damage to the room, and fuck it, it's Hitler's
Yeah.
dirigible.
Fuck yeah.
Bring it
Fuck
down.
yeah. Oh, and then I get an extra one because it's my last use of the item. So
Is it a one-use item?
it is one use item.
Okay,
Does that not count? I can
it
take
technically
one of
doesn't,
those.
but I'm gonna let it slide because you already made the roll and it was so good.
Thank you.
No worries.
I have
he's
been
got-
saving it, so
Yeah. He has 1 success. So if you don't use it to defend, then he will bring it back.
I'm gonna use this to defend. I think seems
Don't
like
worry.
a good idea here.
You got 4 successes to put where you'd like, if you want to draw some blood or if you want to just put it all into damage.
I think I'm gonna put it all into damage.
Absolutely, it makes sense. He instinctually kind of grabs it with his mouth and just pulls away enough away from Cosgrove that he doesn't get caught in the blast. Cosgrove, when he turns around to face you once again, his entire lower jaw is just like on the floor.
Ooh.
His tongue hangs low and just kind of like at his chest, blood dripping everywhere. A delicious feast awaits. But Chuck, it is your turn to engage with this werewolf.
Okay. Chuck is gonna go, and he's not wearing, you know what? He's got a hat. It's not his regular hat, because his hat is occupied. He's got a hat that he pulled off of one of them Nazis. And he's wearing it, and it's cocked a little bit slightly to the side, like he's, from an old-timey movie. And he does the thing where he grabs onto the edge of it with his fingers and kind of runs it across real fast. And then he's like, howdy.
Aroo!
I'd like to introduce you to my old gals, Betsy and Maria. Say hello, gals. And he's going to light them up with the guns.
Absolutely. One success.
I don't think this counts as dueling, does it?
Why not? Sure.
Yeah, all right, then, let's go.
Yeah. In my mind, you guys have all kind of spread out and keep drawing his attention. So you got a success and a critical, and he got one success.
Okay. So, I can use that crit to activate my acid spit. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it says, hawk up a gut full of fierce acid. +2 versus metal. Or plus versus metal. Does this guy count as metal?
He's not metal, but you'll still get the ++. You just won't get the third.
Okay. Come on. Ow! Another crit. Okay. So, I landed in the same place, I guess. But it was cool, though. So, that is going to be 1 to cancel, and then 2, and I think he's got the resistance on there, so I think that is just 1, right?
Just 1. But he's getting whittled down.
Whittling.
Yeah, like his fur is matted with this acid that kind of burns at his neck. His jaw is again literally on the floor, as his tongue just kind of hangs like long and flails around. He tries to howl, but it just comes out like a bloody gurgle.
Gross.
I'll tell you right now, he's only got 3 HP left.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And we'll go back to the top of the order. That is going to be Flint.
Yeah. I think Flint is... well, I guess I kind of he moved off to attack other people, and I am a little bit maybe off to his side or behind him after getting brought back up.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm going to try and use my mail gauntlets with ambush and brawl to just all out attack him again.
All right.
So that'll be 6 dice.
Oh my god, he rolled 0 successes on his 4.
Oh!
He's
love it.
slow. I mean, he's still
Good.
faster than a human, but you guys are vampires.
6 dice.
I'm not sure I'm missing any abilities here.
A crit and 2 successes. I think I should... Yeah, I think I'll just put all of those towards damage.
Okay. How do you do it?
I think I'm just gonna, launch myself upon the neck region and just launch into that jugular like a Slurpee.
Absolutely. So yeah, you begin to draw blood, and you realize that this guy's got like a nearly limitless supply of blood being poured into him, and so you just keep sucking and sucking and sucking, and everyone else can smell the sweat, the meat, the cheap leather flavor of his blood, though you know that it's powerful. After all, this is an Ubermensch. You all descend upon the Werhund and suck it dry. It takes quite a while as Hitler looks on in horror. But you all recover one injury. You gain 3.
Nice.
And
our final abilities.
And yes, you gain your final abilities. That being said, when you look over to Hitler, he does not look like a combatant. He looks like a petulant child. As you gaze upon him, your face covered in fur and blood and signs of your battles that have been going on. Flint, you're sitting there, you're still eviscerated. Your wound's slowly healing over. He literally urinates himself as he quakes, and the 5 of you descend upon him. He has no resistance to offer you. He whimpers, and then it ends. In case you were curious, his blood tastes like amphetamines.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected.
You have successfully murdered Hitler on this fine October evening.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's about time. That guy's had it coming for, well, no, he's been dead for a long time, but he's had it coming.
He's had it coming. Yeah.
Didn't get the coward's way out this time.
He did not get the coward's way out this time. Fucking right.
If there's one positive thing I could say about Hitler is, man, that guy killed Hitler. Gotta hand it to him.
Gotta hand it to him. You know what? The only thing I'll say is it kind of sucks in a certain way. Benito Mussolini sucked too, but Benito Mussolini and his wife got it way worse than Hitler did in terms of how they went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
sucks to suck. I mean,
yeah,
what can you say?
yeah.
I mean, don't be a fascist.
Yeah.
Dear Nazis, eat a dick.
Eat a dick. All right. Well,
Eat
that
it, baby.
is the end of this session. We got a couple minutes. I was just gonna quickly ask how everyone felt about the game. I enjoyed it. It's a little bit different.
Terrible.
The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
0 out of 10.
Jeez. No, I just
fucking awesome. It's fast. It's brutal as shit. I love it.
Yeah. Ultra violent. Really good narrative.
Yeah.
Shared storytelling experience. It's fun.
Yeah. No, and I what I do love about it is a lot of games are rough on you. This one is just a power fantasy. It's like, just do whatever the fuck you want. And I think Grant Howitt, like, that's what he meant when he made the rules. Like, he's just like, I want you to succeed, like, basically all the time, and just tell me how many cards you throw at the enemy. And like, I don't know, it's really easy to run as a GM, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I roll 4 dice and I lose every time, and that's okay because I'm an Nazi. Disclaimer: in real life, I'm not a Nazi. Just saying. But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that you guys managed to make it out. Thank you again, Cyd, and of course, and of course, Max. That you could make the time, and we really appreciate having you on.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No worries. Just real quickly, for both Cyd and Max, can you just give us a quick plug of anything you got going on that you want to talk about?
After you, Cyd.
Okay. Again, my name is Cyd. I am on Resting Glitch Face. 2 seasons out, 3rd soon to come. And then I am also occasionally on this really great show, you might have heard of it, called The Fixer Files.
Ooh, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go listen to The Fixer Files.
Yeah. Shake, Rattle, and Roll parts 1 and 2 are out now.
Oh yeah.
Adam and I was on it, and Adam GM'd. Had a lot of fun as a mage in that one.
Super good stuff. Super good stuff.
Yeah. And what about you, Max? You got stuff going on?
Yeah. I'm Max. You could catch me on the Skype of Cthulhu podcast at www.cthulhu.me, and countless seasons. I've lost track. So if you like Cthulhu, come check us out.
Absolutely. I fucking love Cthulhu. Like in a way that's like my wife is jealous.
Physically. With my entire body.
I mean, she can't compete with the number of tentacles.
Tentacle guys, yeah.
You have not met Aaron's wife.
Yeah.
Very few tentacles, to be honest.
Yeah,
very few. Practically none.
Oh, right. And as we think about my wife and her less than many tentacles, we will bid you all a good night. Have a happy Halloween, and enjoy some Mercy Cola, enjoy some candy, enjoy the Halloween season, and we'll be back very soon with the finale of Sins and Consequences. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you all very much, and have a good night.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No toodles for me, just the fuck yeah. Okay, there we go.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that was sick. That was so sick.
Super fun.